Hey, what's going on? This is Chuck Bux, and I'm here with Mama Bux.
Hello.
We're going to do a podcast. We're going to do a podcast, and we're going to do it live. Fuck it, we'll do it live. So, what's up, Mama Bux?
Oh, man. Everything. Jeez. Too much has changed.
Yeah.
A lot of heartache. A lot of stress.
Yeah, it's been a while since you've been on the show.
Yeah.
And we did a show. The last show we did was, like I said, I think it was before. No, I think it was after. We unfortunately had in July was an unfortunate 4th of July event where our little nephew Grant, your grandson, had almost drowned, and then we have not seen you since then. So you are now back on the show, and a whole bunch of shit happened that day.
A whole bunch of shit.
A whole bunch of stuff.
So, anyway, I was dealing with that. I still had like 2 classes of AA meetings to go to. And then I find out that my wonderful, wonderful man is cheating. And so, who knows?
Yeah.
So
well, we had a fallout, kind of, because you started posting stuff online about how you're gonna harm yourself and all that other stuff.
Yeah.
And then you blocked my phone calls, and so
I deleted everybody.
And you deleted everybody.
Everybody from my phone.
Right.
And now I don't have everybody's number because nobody trusts me again, because this is not the first time I've done that. So I have, I'm bipolar, I have ADHD, post-traumatic stress disorder, I have severe depression. So I take like 13 psych meds.
Holy shit.
For my brain.
Yeah, you're like the fucking Joker.
I'm telling you.
Yeah, you have been through some shit like this, obviously, in the past.
Yeah. So
where do you think it started from?
Start what from?
All this mental thing. Is it more of just a Patterson bloodline? Like, how was your mom's mom?
No, I was strong raising all you boys. I was normal and strong. Right. And it, something happened. Something happened somewhere in the last 9 years.
So you think it was just with age?
I think it was, man, not knowing how to deal with life. I remember going through life and, all my family dead and, they're all fucked up. And so I got to thinking, well, that's probably going to be my destiny, which was that it was not my destiny. And so everybody said, I'm surprised you're not a bad girl. And I just heard that my whole life. And here I am, now I'm a bad girl.
Well, yeah, like if you follow the people you associated yourself with, realistically, you should have probably been on drugs.
Well, yeah, the stats, that's what the stats show.
Yeah, exactly. So that's what I'm saying. Like, realistically, you shouldn't probably have, so I don't know if you would say make it, but it'd have been real, like, tough for you.
Yeah.
Because, growing up, obviously, we've lived in really nice places, and we've lived in real shitty places. But, for the most part, we've always lived in a place. Yeah. So it's like, but there has been a lot of fucking being in a nice way, a lot of fucking characters throughout your lifetime.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, there's been quite a bit. But so probably like 9 years ago is, I was starting to go crazy. And so now the cops know me quite well.
Oh, yeah, you have your shit on speed dial.
Oh, yeah, they do. They come to my house and they say, I remember you. I'm like, oh, shit. That's not a good sign. So I'm a little bad girl,
Well, I mean, do you think, like, any of that started, like, what would you, if you were to blame it on something, would you blame it on your childhood, on how, like, shit is, like, folding for you in life, where, like, you have, obviously what you've been through, do you blame some of that on your past, like your childhood?
I don't like to blame anything on your past because I'm a true believer you can step out from your past and you can rise above it. However, there are some things that you've seen in your past, you sometimes will relive that. Mm-hmm. And even though it's not beneficial to you and it's not healthy for you, you still find a way to sabotage it.
Right. No, I gotcha. Well, I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like, there was times where obviously we've talked about on the podcast before where you, went to a Christian school and they beat you, and then your mom was an alcoholic. So that's what I'm saying. Like, maybe what you're going through now would have probably, would have been obviously from the past, and the past is catching up to you. Maybe you blocked it out for so long because you had focus.
Maybe.
You had a focus on 3 kids, raising 3 kids. But after that focus went away and you had that freedom, maybe like something triggered it where you...
Well, one of the things that I had the hardest time with is all you boys growing up and moving out. Uh-huh. That's another thing that's when I noticed that I was feeling empty and alone, I mean, when you're a single mom, you raise your kids, you have them to wake up to today. You have to get out of bed. You have to have all your, things working. Your brain has to work. Your body has to work. There is no, poor excuse.
Right.
So I think it really started with you guys leaving and growing up and moving out of the house because I noticed I was feeling alone and abandoned.
I kind of noticed that because I kind of noticed that somewhat like women...
Yeah, it's called empty nest syndrome.
Women really take kids growing up very hard.
Yes.
And like guys were like, okay, well, dude, get out and get a job,
Yeah.
We're the complete opposite.
Yeah. Well, that's I was going through that. So, what else has been happening is, well, I won't mention any names, but someone very close to me, and it wasn't Chuck, so.
It's not me.
Was cross-dressing, and I found out after years and years of him doing it, and so that took a that took a shock to me.
Now, from my knowledge, it happened before. Did you not, at that time when it happened before and he mentioned it, did you maybe think that was an excuse?
I had no idea because I could never figure out, like, I don't know. You can never figure out, like, what they're doing at that time. I mean, when you meet someone, hopefully within, 2 years, you'll figure them out on whether or not you want to be with them or not, Right. And here it is 30 years, and it's just like, geez, are you serious? Like, this really happened?
Yeah, I know. That's exactly what I'm saying. Like when years ago when we thought he mentioned it, in my head I thought it was an excuse. Like if you find women's clothes in my trunk, I'm gonna like, oh fuck. Well, yeah, no, those are mine. That's an excuse. Like I'm thinking to myself, like that's an excuse.
That's what I thought. When I found clothes, in the trunk, in his trunk, like 30 years. 30 years ago, he said they were his, but I found him with 300 girls' numbers too, and I thought he's full of shit. They're not his. He's just trying to hide them.
No, you're right.
So the way I found that is I was borrowing his car and took it for a drive. Mm-hmm. And then I got a flat tire, and that's all I did was move that tire well, and there was all the evidence. But I never thought I'd put it all back together.
Well, that was a very tragic time too.
Oh God,
that was like one of the hardest times in your whole life. When that shit happened.
Man, yeah.
For like so many different reasons.
Yeah, true.
And it had to do with us, obviously. But it's like what I was telling you. It's like throughout the years, I think it was always like he always created a distraction. Because from what you found out, he'd been doing it for a long time.
Yeah.
And he's always created a distraction. So if you don't know this, Mom Bux is in a open relationship where she can pretty much date anybody she wants, and he encouraged it. In fact, but he didn't date anybody, supposedly, at this time. But what she's finding out now is that there was somebody, we don't know the time frame, the real time frame, or what was going on before that, but it's like I always told you, it was a distraction from what was going on. So take me through what exactly, like, he did invite you into his world.
Oh my God. Yeah.
Then tell me exactly what happened.
Okay, so we went to Laughlin.
Okay.
And he says, well, I don't know if you're going to be able to handle this, but I've always been one to just jump in head first. I'm not easily intimidated by anything. So I just thought, okay, my mind's open. I'm ready to go for this. So we go up there to Laughlin. We go into a dirty bookstore. Now,
Dirty Book in Laughlin?
yeah.
Okay.
And, we go looking for lingerie.
Okay.
Well, he's got his lingerie. So I need some lingerie, supposedly, to go to this. So I'm like, okay. And then we go to the dirty bookstore. Well, he buys this stuff called Rush. Now,
And they sell this at the Dirty Books.
yes,
Dirty
they
Bookstore.
do. Yeah.
Okay.
Now, I swear, if you like smelling your gas tank, that's what this is. I'm sure with every sniff, you are blowing some
kind of fucking vapors up in your
some
nose.
vapors or something. It's your brain starting to pop.
Right. So if you remember, guys, too, this is if you reference on YouTube, we had two people from that make porno, and he mentioned he was a gay man or a bisexual man, and he mentioned these things are called poppers. And it was actually like a tape cleaner, and they inhale the fumes from this.
Yep.
And what it is basically they inhale the fumes, and it gets you it relaxes your muscles,
Your ass muscles. And your pussy muscles.
and your pussy muscles, and it relaxes it. So when you do get fucking stabbed in the ass,
Yeah, you're supposed to inhale it when you have an orgasm, I guess.
oh, okay,
Okay, so that's what
yeah,
what I was.
yeah, some shit on hand. You're like,
So okay, and so we're in a dirty bookstore, and now he told me, there's like a big screen. Well, I didn't know what goes on in a dirty bookstore.
When's the last time you've been to a dirty bookstore?
Oh, probably like 4 or 5 years ago, but I never went into the part where you see movies.
You never went to the arcade, right? I never
No,
have either.
No. And so my idea of that was like little telephone booths and then a guy would have movies or something. At least
Is it like a door? Okay, I've never been to one.
That's what I thought.
Is there like doors and shit, or is there like like just a little like a shower curtain?
No.
Or nothing.
It's like a small little theater.
It's like a movie theater.
Yeah. You got a big porno playing on the big wall.
Okay.
And then you have soft couches and stuff just lined up.
What the
to
fuck?
watch. But you have to purchase a towel or take your own towel, and you have to set it down underneath your butt.
So you can watch the film naked?
Yes.
What the fuck?
So
I never knew. Is this like a small in-home theater or like a?
I'll be giving tours a little later. Sign up for it.
Hey, you want to go there and drop your fucking pants and watch a movie?
Yeah, you guys.
You better have a fucking towel.
You guys all want
You
to
could
travel
purchase
with
a
me.
towel in the front.
Travel with me. I'll take you to the places you never want to see.
That sounds
God.
disgusting.
I should probably start a podcast like that, huh?
Right.
Traveling with Carol. Places you never want to see.
Places you never want to hear of.
So anyway, I walk in there. This damn old man, about 80 years old, comes in and sits next to me. Whips out his ding-dong dick and just starts walking that shit. And
you're watching this shit.
No, I looked to the right because he sat down. And I seen what he was doing. He placed his, and I'm just looking, and he just starts whacking. And I was like, oh, hell no, I can't handle this.
What the fuck?
So and then I look to the left, and I tell,
Wait, how many seats is in this theater?
they the fancy seat that's a high heel shoe.
Uh-huh.
They have that in case y'all want to get in that position. You know the seat that goes all the way around. It's got the middle part that's higher. It looks like a cake. They got that there in case you want to get in that position. They have chairs and seats.
Oh, I mean, like, how big is this theater? Like, is it like a big of a like a living room or what?
Yeah, like a living room. Yeah, like this.
Oh, okay, and then they
Just
got a
like
screen. Okay,
just like a regular living room.
like a home theater.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay.
Just like this
Okay.
and this. And that's it.
What the fuck?
Okay?
Yeah.
And so, I wwore my lingerie for this.
So you're wearing lingerie.
Yeah, because
and
I
you're
was
sitting
told,
next to.
Yeah.
And now is in lingerie too.
He's in stockings.
I mean,
and push-up
actually,
bra.
we'll just say Jay. We can't say his name.
Yeah.
I'll bleep that out.
Yeah. So he's in stockings, fishnet stockings, and a push-up bra that he uses.
So you both are in lingerie, sitting on a fucking couch, and then some old dude comes up and he's like,
Yeah.
sits the towel down, pulls down his fucking trowel, and just starts whacking
Yeah.
it.
So I'm pretty nauseous at this time.
Oh fuck yeah!
This was only just a couple of minutes of me being in there, and I'm already nauseous.
Right.
And I say, I got to go to the bathroom.
Yeah.
I go to the bathroom, and I swear to you, the freaking toilet seat was up. It just was dirty as hell.
Disgusting.
I was just puking. and it was the dry heaves because I hadn't had nothing to eat. And that's even worse because that gets you closer to the toilet.
Oh fuck.
Yeah, shit. So then I went back and the guy's still whacking. And I thought, I told Jay, I said, let's go next to the other room, you know. We go to the other room, and there looks like a nice couple, but they weren't dressed up. They were dressed up, you know, in just shorts and a T-shirt. They were dressed up regular. And I said to Jay, I said, and aren't they supposed to be dressed up? Oh, you can only dress up if you want. Oh, okay. So here comes the damn 80-year-old man back in this theater. And I said, oh, hell no. I said, I got to go. I seen enough.
So there was another couple in there regular dressed.
Yeah.
And your ass walking around with lingerie.
Yeah, I can only
Did you
imagine.
walk into did you walk into the fucking adult bookstore?
Yes.
With nothing like
No.
lingerie?
No, it was under our clothes.
Oh, and then you just removed your clothes
Yeah.
in the movie theater.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, you just removed
And
your
then there's a
clothes.
normal couple just watching the movie.
Yeah, but I can only imagine.
Probably for the comedy fucking purposes.
I can only imagine what they were thinking when they seen Duckland J walking in, and big husky mama right here. You know, and I'm not no light girl. You know, I mean, I'm 265 pounds. They see me walking in like Shamu. You know, I mean,
And then
it's
they have
like all the
like
characters.
like a fucking collar. The only thing was missing was like a collar around Jay's neck. And then you fucking with the leash.
I mean, at this point, you know, I'm just.
I mean,
like,
I at this point, are you fucking like intrigued? Like you're like, what the fuck is going on? Or completely grossed out?
I never once looked at the screen.
Right.
I never once.
Right. I got you.
It was too busy. It was too busy for me. I mean, too much was going on around me, and that I cared what was happening, and I was grossing out that I never even looked at the screen. I mean, I glanced at it,
Yeah.
but I couldn't tell you what happened.
the fuck was going on? Oh, that's crazy.
So finally, I say, I got to get out of here.
Mm-hmm.
So, got to get out of there. So anyway, then we get back home.
Back to the hotel?
No, back to the hotel. Oh yeah, we went again to another one.
Okay.
And then we went into this place.
Mm-hmm.
And this place, oh God, I didn't dress up for this one. I just wore regular pants.
At this point, you're probably like,
yeah.
I'm fucking not gonna.
And
I'm good.
I'm
like are you completely scuzzed out at this point?
Yeah, and I'm still trying to be a good spirit about all this.
Right.
You know what I mean? I mean, I'm trying to be a good spirit, but it didn't work. I was done. I was just done.
Yeah. At this point, like Like they should, like maybe that was the light part. Like when you introduce somebody to something like this, like maybe you should do baby steps. But like when you
Yeah, and there was no baby steps. I was just thrown into the deep end on this.
Right.
So we get back home, and and this shit has not. I mean, the cheating's still going on because she knew about him doing all this, dressing like that. And what else? Oh yeah. Then we had he got mad because I says, "Well, are you gonna stop this or continue?" "I'm gonna stop it." "You know what? I'm gonna burn all of it." So he had a big bonfire where I think that thing almost got out of control, burning some of that shit.
Yeah, he was probably responsible for the apple fires.
Yeah, he would take me out to the desert, and he used to tell me and show me a lot of places that he used to hide all his girls' clothes.
So like there'll be like
under a rock.
Turn-offs under rocks and shit.
Yeah.
Oh, that's wild.
He would hide his shit.
Yeah.
Certain things along the way.
I call this one my rock suitcase.
I mean, who does that?
Well, apparently there's people that do.
So it brings to question, how many people, I mean, do you really know who you're with?
No.
I don't think, when people say, I know this person 100%. No, you don't. There's still some part of that person you ain't gonna know.
Well, like I said, humans are humans. So, like I said, there's always a thing of unpredictability. Does everybody live a square life? No, not necessarily. There's always gonna be skeletons in people's life. It just, we're human. We're gonna make it. If you're a good human being, you're gonna try to make the best decisions you can, because everybody knows, for the most part, right from wrong, unless you're raised under a rock or tortured. So that's the thing. So, I mean, like I said, a lot of this was discussed with the family, and they were in support of it. So how did you feel when people were telling you, like, well, let him, it is what it is. He basically lets you do what you want, and he could do whatever he wants. What is your reaction to that?
Well, it's always been my dream, to have a normal white picket fence, and I should have.
But really though, is that your dream?
That was my dream always.
Really?
I remember, and I remember when we lived in Imperial Beach, when that's probably like 20-something years ago, and I remember telling him all the time, just come to bed, come to bed. I would cry myself to sleep every damn night because he refused to come to bed.
Uh-huh.
Well, now I know why, because I mean, he was working his little
in the middle of the ocean.
I mean, and then we move out here, and now he's got all these damn spots he hides things at. And,
maybe he had those spots in mind prior to moving.
Well, I don't know, but all I know is where I'm at today. I just can't think about it. My life is just crumbling the more I think about it. I don't want to think about it. It's just, but it's still there, so it's hard to get away from it. It's.
Well, like I said, I think it's always what you're preoccupied with. If you occupy yourself with things to do, it's easier to get away from it. But like I told you earlier today, it's acceptance. You have to accept. First, you have to accept it. Then you have to forgive the situation, because you did mention that obviously you had a lot of anger towards it, and I was telling you, you have to forgive, and then you have to move on. But the thing is it's very hard, because there's people in the news, like I was telling you, there's people in the news that unfortunately their loved one got killed. Like, for an example, up the street in Highland, there was this man that was arguing with his wife, and then, he went to go for a drive and to go get his family food from Dickie's up the street. And on the way, obviously he was drinking at home because things are tough. You're arguing with your wife, and he ran over this little girl. He ran over a fucking, I think it was like same age as Brandon. I think he was like 12 years old.
Oh my gosh.
And he ran over this 12-year-old little girl. Okay. And he's like, holy shit. And he drove around. I mean, this is through the reports for a good hour until he got back home and then cleaned all the fucking whatever goop and whatever shit off of his car and then went from there. But that's the thing. It's like that guy that killed your kid, as a parent, there's people on the news that, well, listen, God would want me to forgive him. You hear that a lot. You hear that. And not all the time, but you hear that. And the reason people do it is to move on. So that's the thing. Obviously, the loss of a loved one is going to be very, very hard. But to move on from it, you'll have to forgive. And that's what I was telling you. It's like that, obviously it hits you hard, but, you know, it wouldn't equal to, obviously, a loss of a kid. But that right there is an example if, like, you have to forgive to forget, essentially.
Yeah.
Because it's always in the back of your head.
Well, you know, I mean, with his lying in the beginning, I should have known something then.
Oh, exactly.
You know, I mean, all the signs were there, and I just didn't see them. You know?
I think the signs were there. I think you just didn't care.
Could have been.
Because, like I said, he would tell you something. I would tell you years ago. I said, listen, dude, obviously he's doing this. You're like, well. And I told you so many times, and it happened so many times that it was a joke. It was an ongoing joke.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, he's off to so-and-so place again with his family, his other family. But we made up a thing, like, you know. But that's the thing. Like I said, we knew about it.
Yeah.
It just, you didn't accept it until it was told to you.
Yeah, true.
Which makes you think, is the truth, can some people handle the truth? Or is the truth sometimes better left unsaid? You know, you got to think of it. A lot of people, like, if I ask the average person, would you rather me lie to you or tell you the truth? Most people in
Would
percentage
say,
are
"Lie
going
to
to
me."
are going to say, tell me the truth.
Really?
Most people are going to say, tell me the truth. I just want you to be honest.
Yeah, but then when you tell them the truth, man, it hurts.
But reality is they don't want to hear the truth. They want to hear their truth. And that's the thing. You can do more damage with the truth than anything. So you got to think of it. It's like in some situations, the truth, some people cannot handle the truth. And however small it might be, however big it might be, the truth will fuck up a lot. It can fuck up a lot of things, but the truth can also do good, do good things. So you got to think of it like, in reality, would you still want to know about this, or would you not want to know about this? If you can go back in time.
If I could go back in time,
Right.
I wouldn't have wanted to know.
Right.
I just wouldn't have wanted to know. Because, I mean, that is the most disgusting thing I've ever done in my life. And I've done a lot of disgusting things. I mean, I fucked on beaches, you know. I mean, I did it all. Okay, I was doing showers with the girl. So, you know, I did it all. So I'm just saying, this was the most disgusting shit I've ever been involved with that I seen firsthand. All I can say is I have no idea why people choose that life.
There is a lot of people that tend to do these things, and there's also obviously fetishes and stuff up there. Do you think this is a thing that, like, it seems to me like a lot of people, like, are older when they go into these kind of fetishes, like maybe like so many years over pussy,
Yeah,
that they're like,
they
I want to try
kids.
some fucking feet, and I want to try some fucking pee on me.
Yeah,
You know?
exactly. Because see, your kids are raised. You don't have to set a good
Right.
example anymore.
You don't have to, yeah.
That's my head. That's where my head is now.
Right.
My head was not like this raising the boys. It's, you know, it's when you don't have nobody else and you just put your head something else and you could, you know, do what you want to do for a change. And so I think when people get older, they're like, you know what? This has been on my bucket list, on my private bucket list, and I want to try it.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. It's like you'll see these shows like, you know, with like Marry a Millionaire, and then like they're they're fucking like old guys dating these young chicks, or you'll see these old guys, you know, like in like most of the nudist colonies that you go to, it's all old people.
Yeah.
So that's statistics.
Yeah.
You know, most of this shit that obviously when you go to that area, Coachella Valley, it is older people, you know, and you're right. Maybe that they're at the point like I did what I needed to do as far as raising a family. So now I'm gonna go fucking suck on some toes.
Yeah. Yeah. You know, I mean, like I said, it's, you know, that kind of lifestyle is a different kind of lifestyle. And, oh, man, I don't know. It's just kind of shocking.
Do you think it's easier to like come out nowadays, obviously, for people like that? Like, since all this, you know, all this stuff's going on and everyone's coming out and all these, you know, obviously, you know, being gay in the past, people would crucify you damn near and call it blasphemy. But nowadays, it's like the new cool to come out gay.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, you're gay? Okay, no problem.
And I think that's what it is like. I think that, you know, when you cross dress, and you're a man, I think that, you know, that is a sense of coming out and saying, hey, this is who I am, you know, love me or leave me, but this is who I am. And I would think that it's like that, you know, for a gay person too, in which I do know a few gay people. And it's very, very rewarding when you're able to say to someone, and you don't have to hide who you are anymore. So you can say, hey, this is me, and this is what I'm about, and this is what makes me happy. Well, you know, this is just not something that I signed up for.
Right. So he probably felt a whole fucking lot better.
Yeah.
When he can be honest with you and shit.
Yeah, but then I told him, you know, about you know what it did to me and stuff like that, and he said, "See, that's why I didn't want to tell you, because I can't live the life the way I want to live it." And I said, "Yes, you can." He goes, "No, it's time for me to change." It ain't damn time for you gonna change. You ain't gonna change nothing.
It's time for me to change. Oh, that's funny. But no, I mean, like I said, I mean, in closing.
I don't hear.
Oh. You better?
Yeah.
Okay.
No.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, that's good.
Okay. Well, like I said, like in closing, I do like I don't find any problem with it, and I think that so many people use the word brave, or like, you know, when you come out of the closet, or when you tell somebody like that, you know, tell something like that to somebody. But like, I don't know if it's bravery. It's just like part of it is obviously because, you know, because there can be a lot of humility involved into it, you know, because obviously if you say some shit like that, but I mean, like I said, it's not, you know, it's not on my watch, and I'm okay, like whatever. I mean, like nothing's changed for me, but like obviously it would affect you more.
Yeah.
You know, it would affect you more.
Well, I think in women in general, things affect us more. So.
Right. Exactly.
You know, I mean, I never thought at 54 here I'd be sitting here talking about this.
Yeah.
But it is what it is. It happened. And, you know, I'm trying to work through it. So.
Right. Okay. Well, that's it for our episode. Thanks for listening.
This is All Access Football with BetOnline's Dave Mason, featuring me, Chris Howard, host of Plugged In with Chris Howard. Dave, we have Ravens Steelers this week, Texans at Colts, and Dolphins versus Bills. What are the odds looking like on those big games, and what are the updated numbers to win the AFC?
Saturday, Steelers laying 3.5 at Ravens. Most of the early cash and bettors are on the Ravens. Another big game Saturday, Texas minus 1.5 at the Colts. Both teams are tied AFC South lead with the Jaguars. So we got a three-way tie there. Early bettors are on Houston. They're laying 1.5. And then the Jaguars, they're laying 5.5 at the Titans. They're 1-4, both straight up and against the spread in their last 5 games. Sunday night, Bills minus 3 at the Dolphins. Early action is on the Bills, laying a field goal at the Dolphins. Odds to win the AFC, the Ravens plus 130 favorite, then the Bills plus 350, Chiefs plus 425, Miami Dolphins plus 650, and the Browns at plus 1,200.